Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Feel okay?
What's that?
How's the right arm's okay?
We'll find out when I get x-rayed back home. She's pretty swollen, tender. I'd be surprised if there isn't a fracture in there, actually.
What's your first feeling when you won the fight?
Relieved.
Yeah.
I had a fight in Ireland when I was at the UFC where I thought I did way more to win the fight than I did this one, and that one went the opposite way for me. So this one, when they split, I was like, it brought me back to there. I was like, ugh, and I'm in his home country, so I don't know if I'm going to get the split decision.
You thought the judge saw it the other way?
It could have went either way. Yeah. I knew it could have went either way.
It was really close.
It was close. Like I said, round one, I know I won. Round two, I figured he probably won round two. It could have went either way on it. But round three, I knew for sure could have went, depending on how you judge the fight or where you were positioned, where the judge was positioned in the ring. Could have, I wouldn't have been surprised if it went either way. I wouldn't have been super angry if I got the L. I'd been like, okay, there's been more I could have done, but I thought we put on a pretty good fight overall. I wasn't.
There is anything who surprised you inside the cage?
No, not really.
Nothing.
No. I was prepared to get eat some kicks. I was looking for his punches. I was embracing the fight.
Yes.
I was like, let's get hit and let's try to hit him back. I wasn't.
What about his punches? Is it heavy?
Yeah, his punches are heavy for sure. And I was kind of getting my range down. His punches that it did land, they hit me, but I was just moving enough where they weren't hitting me square. I was kind of in a little bit of a groove when we were in the open, and I was like, I wasn't really too scared anymore. I don't know, or too nervous about getting knocked out. I was like, all right, let's throw some punches.
Let's go. That's nice. And what about your future?
What
you see?
Hopefully I did, these last three fights, I can renegotiate a contract, maybe get let me see, that's my third, I think that's my third fight on my fourth fight contract with them, and hopefully get a new one, like a sixth fight, and then kind of see where I'm at career-wise after those 6 fights, and see where I'm at. I'm definitely not thinking about retirement, but I'm 35. It's got to be I'm a heavyweight though, so that's middle age for heavyweight, but I am looking at it way down the line. I've kind of got to,
And you make the run for the belt?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, if I didn't want to make a run for the belt, I should have retired already.
Okay, what do you think about the champion? It's better now.
Yeah, Bader. Bader's a heck of a wrestler, heck of an athlete, and I've said this before a couple times, like when he was in UFC. I was a huge fan of Ryan because he reminded me of me back then. He's not fancy, he's not flashy, he's just bread and butter. He has like 4 combinations, but he does them over and over and over to perfection. And a lot of fans at the time, they didn't really respect that because he was not as exciting. Yes. I'm like, dude, that's a gritty, just go fight kind of guy. I'm like, that's who I kind of am.
The wrestling, you think you can match his wrestling?
I wrestled guys that are just as well as him, Tyrell Fortune. His wrestling accolades speak for herself. A guy who did actually better in college than him was Jared Roseholt. I wrestled him. I fought Jared and actually got more takedowns against Jared than he did on me. Luckily for me, it's not a wrestling match, though. It's a fight.
You have confidence in yourself now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially with this win tonight.
Yeah.
That make you more confident.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, sure. Talking about the wrestling, were you surprised in one number 3 when Cheick actually re-engaged the wrestling with you?
I was a little bit. You know what? Maybe in his mind, I said this before. Good way to kind of throw a wrestler off his game is to wrestle him. Sometimes when we fight non-wrestlers, we told her, like, we're not going to get taken down, nothing worse is going to happen. Same thing happened to me when I fought, like, Marcin Tibera. I was in the cage with him. He shot a double leg and took me down. Totally took me off guard just because he decided to wrestle with me. But, I was able to, luckily catch it and was able to switch position a little bit. But, yeah, he definitely caught me by surprise with it.
Yeah, actually, that's what I thought. I agree with you that sometimes it's a good idea to do that. You fight the wrestler, I knew the kickboxer, so I can shoot him, he's not going to explain it. But at the same time, I said, dude, it's super close, and you're getting that dude again in the position you want. So I said to him, for sure Tim is gonna get back up.
Yeah.
And for sure he can take it down because he's explosive. He has so much experience.
Yep.
He can take people down. But I was like, he's gonna get back up. And I have more a question. Like at the last 2 minutes of the fight, start to be tough, start to take some shot.
Yeah.
And you had this problem that if you stay on the outside, there's a good chance he catch you with something. So you had to close the distance. And were you surprised that when you shift against him, he didn't try to counter, he just tried to pivot?
Yeah.
Turn around the cage, he didn't try. I was like, what?
Yeah, no.
You're the kickboxer, why don't you try to just get your jab?
No, I was, I know exactly what position you were talking about. There was a lull, almost like, because I was expecting, and then we were kind of just staring at each other for a second, because neither one of us really, I was expecting something back, but we didn't get nothing. And yeah, I would have liked to get a lot more takedowns, but this kind of hindered a lot of my grappling against the fence. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully we were active enough that it didn't turn into a boring fight. I didn't think it was in there, but sometimes they do get a little against the fence. Yes. But overall, I was pretty happy with it.
No, I was surprised actually with the pace of the fight. Even I said after 2-1, maybe it's gonna start to be. It slowed down. It was very good. It was a very good fight.
Yeah.
To be honest, some heavyweight fight sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
I was active, but it was very good. It was very back and forth. Actually, I don't have a split decision. I thought you won.
Yeah.
2 against 1.
Yeah.
And actually, in the first one, you were very close to stop the fight. Like, I think you missed maybe a few ground and punch shots.
Yeah.
But that hit more like the neck and the shoulder.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, if those one touch, I think it was like 1 of 2 punches.
Yeah, I felt it was close, and then like I felt my hand. I'm like, oh, that hurt. I had to stop throwing it because it just hurt. And then I heard my corners going like, there's like 30 seconds. So like, I gotta baby this till the next round, let the swelling kind of get there, and hopefully the pain goes away.
And so, how was your day today? Like, because you fought pretty late in French time.
Yeah.
So did you stay on? Like, you live in Vegas, right?
Yep.
So you stay in Nevada Pacific time.
I did as much as possible, but we had the stupid freaking temperature checks every day that had to be done before noon. Ideally, I wanted to stay up till like 2-3 o'clock in the morning here and sleep till like 1 in the afternoon, but I had to keep waking up early to get my temperature checked. And otherwise this fight was happening basically during the time I trained in Vegas. So my body that's like what time my body's used to training.
Yeah, I was wondering what time you arrived at the arena because there was like that long 2-hour break for the last 2 fights.
Yeah, I think we got here about 9:45.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was pretty quick. I liked it. I mean, got my hands wrapped right away, loosened up, and basically, the first fight ended quick. So it was, here we go, let's go fight.
And you've been there is a lot of stuff this weekend about the press conference talking about Cheick and being in Paris for the first time, blah, blah, blah. It must feel good to just come here, be a bit under the radar and say, I got the job done, I can go back to Vegas now.
It feels great. A little more validation for myself. Like I said, I think half my losses was me listening to people, or just, my confidence going, maybe people are right, maybe, I'm on the way out. And I tell you what, having a baby on the way sure remotivates a person.
That's dope. That's right. Actually, I started the question. It's just something I wanted to tell you. I don't think I ever heard you talk about the first fight saying that the punch is illegal. Because the first punch that Kongo touched you in the first fight, the one that walked down, it's definitely on the back of the head, right?
Yeah.
And like so many fighters will say, oh, dude, it's an illegal punch, blah, blah. And all week I never heard you say once. And I was like, that's perfect. That's the mindset you want to be there.
Yeah, no,
you will do better than.
The first fight was fluky, not a fluke. It was just fluky. It was weird. If you rewatch it, I went in and I just kind of fell over from a little punch, and I was I wasn't knocked out, but I definitely got rung. But I was kind of just sitting there during it. But didn't watch the fight back, and back of the head shit that's doing this kind of stuff. It's not the end of the world. I mean, I don't think it's when guys are throwing. And I know Cheick's not a guy who's intentionally trying to throw it back of my head. Sure. Exactly. Yes. It'd be different if he was. There's some fighters that are dirty fighters, but I know Cheick wasn't one, so I'm not gonna go the route of saying from that first fight, he was hitting me in the back of the head. No, that's just not who he is.
And just one thing about the workout. So you used Ted Nugent's Stranglehold?
Yeah.
Or some song. Do you know what song he used? I don't know if you know it. That's why.
Was it the French national anthem?
I was singing for the American. It was very patriotic. a bit bad to win the bid.
Yeah.
What's your thought about the French people and the France in general?
Everyone we ran into has been super nice.
Yes.
I use parlez-vous English all the time, and most are like, yeah, a little bit, and then we communicate. But yeah, everyone's been super friendly. And
the crowd?
I love the crowd.
During the fight, they were booing a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, but it wasn't too bad. You know, when they denounced me, they booed. I kind of chuckled at it because it's just how it is.
But you get motivation from that?
No, I didn't notice the crowd during the fight.
No, you
really.
don't notice at all?
You know, the boo birds sometimes you notice, but I mean, it wasn't too much boos really during the fight. I heard a lot of cheering actually.
Yeah, they cheer
when we opened up.